Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Breaking Prisms, where we go over the Twilight Zone and Black Mirror. Today is the Twilight Zone, named Walking Distance.
Yes.
I remember, because it was, he mentions it like very shortly into it.
Yeah.
That's walking distance, isn't it? Like, mama, that's walking distance. Peace out.
Episode 5.
Episode 5 of the Twilight Zone. Episode 9, Breaking Prisms.
Yes.
All together. So.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't think there's anything else to mention. We can probably just jump right on into it.
Well.
As always, there's spoilers, because if you should know, we're talking about the episode, and it's half a century old at this point, so.
By the way, it is Tuesday, October 23rd.
See, someone needs to remember that. I'm not going to. It's right there. I forget every time. What was the last one? I said at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Like, no one's even watching anymore, but in case you are, it's this date. Not that it's important.
It is to the listeners.
Not at the end of the episode, it's not.
It could be. Anyways, so we open up on a small little gas station.
Small little gas station. Well, first we open up with the intro. And it was my first note is because I'm like, I really like Twilight Zone's intro. I don't skip it every time Netflix gives you up to skip. I always just watch it. I'm like, I like this opening. I like this guy's voice. I like what they do. I watch it every single time. Where most series that I watch is always okay, skip. Let's get to the show. Skip the intro. It's not important. But I really like the Black Mirror. The Twilight Zone episode. I'll get it right. It'll be all right. I think maybe, probably not. It's the fan killing the book. It's
a very killed book.
Well, it just keeps blowing that over. It'll be all right though. Yes, we open on a little gas station where this guy pulls up in his vehicle.
Yes.
The first thing I noticed was he is really sweaty and his hair is everywhere.
I just like how, the first thing I wrote down was his entire description pretty much was Martin Sloan, age 36, VP ad agency. He's from New York. He is. Yeah. It's like, well, we just got an entire, America's Most Wanted description of this guy.
I mean, that's kind of what he was. He looks like it. He acts like it. He's not particularly nice to the gas station guy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
He's a real douchebag.
Yeah, he's like, jeez. Which is so weird because it's something I bring up early, or I bring up a little later. Because once he gets into town, everything's just like...
He's a completely different person.
Yeah.
But to that gas station attendee, he was just a douchebag.
Yeah. I was like, he seems way too chipper compared to how he acted towards gas station attendant.
Yes.
That was one of my...
Like, for the love of God, give the guy a second.
But rewinding a bit, we find out that it's been 20 to 25 years since he's been home.
Yes, he only says this about 452 times during the episode.
Yes.
I have a couple of small critiques. For the most part, I really like this episode.
Yes, I did.
But I have couple of small critiques.
Should we at least go through the episode before?
We're getting there. We're going. Let's see. So, yeah, like I said before we even got into this, he's like, how far is it till whatever place it's called? And he's like, it's about mile and a half. He says, is that walking distance? Mile and a half. That's walking distance. Yeah.
And starts walking.
Well, they go from, I think he's just going to get gas, to he's getting a full car checkup. And the gas station guy it's going to be about an hour.
Yeah.
So he's like, screw it, I'm out. He just kind of
he's like, I used to live around here. And then
he's out.
What was the town's name? It was Home something or something Home.
It was something like that. I remember seeing it at the end.
Homewood or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. It was...
I thought it was weird that it actually was called Home something.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Let's see where, about a mile, blah, blah, blah. I thought it was interesting. As soon as he goes into the first store, just smoking a cigarette.
Well, it's back in the day.
I know, but it's interesting because at work today, we talked to this one random dude who came in, who I think was trying to steal from us. But he came in and he asked, he's like, hey, can I have this drink in here? Because he just had a cup.
Yeah.
What I assume would a drink. Now, he left very shortly afterwards, after he walked to the back and came back to the front. And I'm like, I feel like he just put something in that cup and left with it. Yeah. But anyway, he went on a little small rant about back in the day how you could smoke in stores and stuff. And like, oh, even weirder, you could smoke on an airplane. I'm like, that is weird. That is strange. I'm like, thank God we don't let people smoke in stores, or at least not around here.
Yeah.
That's
even when I left Wisconsin, all the bars even had switched to no smoking. Like, the only time you could smoke was, like, you either outside them, or if it was in the winter or raining, some of them had little, like, porch areas.
You know, I wish in the bars around here they wouldn't let you smoke.
Yeah.
They got rid of all the restaurants and things, thank God, but just do it all around. I'd get more wings if they didn't smoke in there, because it's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just brought it up because today, watched the episode at work. It's just something that happened over and over again.
Yeah, speaking of back in the day. So he goes, of course, to this little diner thing that apparently he used to frequent, and is looking around and talking about, how this used to be and how you could get this. And Mr. Wilson, or was it Mr. Wilson? I think.
Mr. Wilson.
We used to just sleep on his couch in the back, and he orders himself
which was the weirdest order. I'm like, this is so odd. Because he asked for a chocolate soda with 3 scoops. That's how he phrases it. Is exactly what he wants.
I heard red soda.
Chocolate soda. He says it every time. I rewinded it and re-listened to it again because I'm like, that was a strange order. And looked at the subtitles. So I guarantee you that's what he said.
It sounded like he said red soda.
Chocolate soda with 3 scoops.
Okay, well.
He said it repeatedly because I thought it was so weird that I wrote it down. I rewinded to double check. Because I'm like, that is a weird... Because I'm like, maybe he just asked for like chocolate ice cream with soda, like a Coke float or something.
Yeah.
But no, it was a chocolate soda with 3 scoops. And I'm like, that's so weird. And it's like, it only used to cost a dime. And then the whole time, the guys back here making it for him. And another little thing, he just sits down at the bar, opens a jar, starts taking cookies.
I noticed that too.
What?
Like, usually anywhere you go that has a little canister that, like, it says 10 cents or something else.
He didn't pay for none of these cookies.
No.
They were just free cookies at this point because he didn't do jack squat. He paid just 10 cents for his 3-scoop ice cream float thing.
A dime.
Yeah.
No, actually, he paid $1.
Well, yeah.
He gave them... Because the guy was like... He's like, this used to be a dime. And he's like, well, here you go. It's a dime. And he's like, really?
I thought he handed the dime first, then he handed him like an extra $1 or something.
No,
I don't know.
He just paid him $1. That's the weird thing was, and it was one of the things I noticed. He doesn't finish his soda.
Yeah, no, that was in my notes as well.
It's like got about this far, and then was like, "Well, you have a good day," and then like puts the $1 on the thing, and he's like, $1? Are you sure? And he's like, yeah.
I took note as well that the non-finishing of the drink that he really wanted. And I'm like, come on, man. Which apparently used the last of the chocolate sauce because he had to go tell Mr. Wilson in the back.
Yes.
Which is the first indication that something real weird. Because when he's talking about Mr. Wilson, the barkeep fellow looked all weird. Like,
yeah,
what?
Because he kept saying, like, oh, he used to.
Before he died.
Yeah.
Before he died. And this guy immediately, right after he leaves, walks to the back, knocks on the door, and goes in. And like, Mr. Wilson, we're going to have to order some chocolate sauce.
He's like, I'll get to it later.
So it's like, something's wonky here.
So yes, he goes out into the world and heads to the park.
Well, first he stops, before he heads to the park, talks to this little kid on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, that's
playing whatever he was playing.
Playing marbles.
I never played marbles. I don't. That is just weird things.
Well, because he was holding the marbles up, telling the different names. Like,
I don't know what they were.
Oh.
But yeah. So he talks to this kid.
I wrote down stranger danger.
Yeah, pretty much. This kid, no issue. But this is way back when. It was less prominent back then because there's some other choice moments in this. But
one of the things I like. Because, I mean, of course, he's sitting there, oh, do you guys still call him this? Do you guys still... And the kid's just like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like,
he's overly friendly in this town.
Yeah.
Like, the friendliest dude to ever exist.
But he was so mean to the gas station attendant.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps telling everybody he gets a chance. I used to live here. It was a long time ago. I used to live here. It's like, the Sloan House. Oh, you'll still call it the Sloan House, huh?
Yeah.
Like, my name's Martin Sloan.
And then the kid freaks out.
Oh, the kid's like, no, I know Marty Sloan, and you're not Marty Sloan.
And then that's when the kid actually takes off, like he probably should have done in the first place.
Well, he only takes off once the guy decides he wants to show him his ID.
Yeah.
Like, you go show the kid your driver's license, but you're really that concerned with this kid's opinion that if you're Marty Sloan or not. But yes, then we go to the
park.
Park, yeah.
Where there's a carousel and there's music and
there's a woman yelling at her child Bobby to get down from a tree, which he proceeds to go, yeah. Bobby, get down! I'm like, you don't even know this kid. What is this? When she proceeds to go over there, the kid listens to this guy, jumps in his arms, and I'm like, this is so weird. It's just an odd
small town charm.
Yeah, I guess so.
So then the kid jumps down, runs away, because the mom's just like, oh dear, and he's just like, it's okay, kids are just being kids. Like, I grew up here, and I used to...
Yes, once again, proceeds to tell the girl, once again, I used to live here a long time ago, and I wrote my name on that whatever thing when I was 11, and that's when he sees this kid writing his name over there on it.
Yes, it's a banister on, like, it's a giant column pretty much on this porch, what looks like some kind of porch.
It's like a gazebo or something.
Yeah.
It's a more proper name. They call it something, but I don't remember what.
But, so he's like, wait a minute, and so he starts walking over there, and he sees what the kid's actually carving.
Marty Sloan!
And then just sees the kid's, like, side of the face, and he's like, you're me.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing he says is Marty Sloan, and he says it in such a police officer voice that it is no wonder the kid turns around and goes, whatever it is, I swear I didn't do it.
Well, he's like, hey, everyone does this. Yeah. Everyone does it. It's not a big deal.
I wasn't the first kid to carve my name. Everyone does this, I swear.
So after trying to question the kid here for a moment, I'm like, oh, that's exactly how I looked. Yeah. And the kid runs off.
Well, yeah. Hey, at least he knows stranger danger. Geez.
So, once he decides that, the kid runs off, the guy's like, oh, that's me. So he goes back to his old house that he said was his earlier, which he proceeds to talk to he knocks on the door or something and talk to his dad, and then his mom, which he proceeds to freak them out, which she calls him a lunatic.
Well, yeah, literally, he knocks on the door. The guy, he's like, hey, how can I help you? And he's like, Pops? And then he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's me. It's me, Marty. And then next thing you know, hey, who is it? And the wife comes up, and he's like, Mom? And then she's like, what's going on here? And, of course, I believe, doesn't he... they just shut the doors on him. They're like,
they're like, no, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. No. Yeah. Go do your thing somewhere else.
So he kind of wanders a bit. I can't remember. Does he just wander through the yard or does he leave?
It's either in the same yard or next door when it comes across the 1934 Roadster.
Yes. It was he had backed up from the house and the kid's like, hey, come check this out.
Yeah, check out this cool car.
Yeah. And it's like, it's a new model for this.
The first one in this town.
Yes. And then that's when things started to go ting, 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 ting. Yeah.
It's like, no, this is old. These I haven't seen one of these in forever.
Yeah. He's like, forever? This thing's new.
Yeah, brand new.
And then, I think, isn't that when he runs off to the park? Or does he try to break into the house first?
Break into what?
He doesn't break into that. Pretty much like, I can't remember if that's when he's talking to them and either he... I want to say the first thing that happens is the guy comes out again and he's sitting there like, hey, you need to leave. And then when the mom opens the door, he tries to get into the house. Like he runs towards, like he's going to try to get into the house. And then, isn't that when he hears music and realizes that Marty would be at the park?
That's exactly what happens. Yes.
So yeah, he pretty much tries to break his way into the house, like, just This is my house. I used to live here. This is my home. I belong here.
Actually, what he does, he doesn't try to break in, but he sees the mom. He's trying to tell who he is. He pulls out his wallet to show the ID and everything. And when she hears the music, he drops his wallet.
Yeah.
And then heads to the park.
Yeah, that's it.
Because that comes back around in a second.
Yes.
And then decides that he needs to talk to young him. Really needs to.
The first thing that I want to note that I really loved about this episode was the camera angles. As he's walking into the park, the entire camera angle is tilted. It gives this just eerie effect that I absolutely loved.
Well, there's several ones as well that I really enjoyed the music in this one as well.
Yeah.
The music is cool. Some of the camera angles are cool. This episode really felt like a cool Twilight Zone episode.
Yes.
It felt like one from everything they did in it. Where we have lots of issues with the last episode that just didn't...
Yeah.
It just didn't feel right.
The very end was about the only...
Yeah, but the rest of it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Where this... Everything about it. It was just this is the Twilight Zone. So it was a lot of fun. So he gets obsessed with talking to himself. So he starts chasing himself in the carousel.
Yeah, well, he sees him Marty go by, so he jumps on and starts trying to get to the horse that
it's buddy, you are chasing a child, and this is a little much here.
He's just like, Marty! And of course, Marty sees him, and stranger danger, and just...
decides to try to run off. And what has to be considered the worst merry-go-round accident in the history of man.
It's a carousel, not a merry-go-round.
It was a merry-go-round. No,
carousels are the ones that are motorized.
What is a merry-go-round?
Merry-go-round is that big sheet of metal with bars on it that you just spin.
Whatever, they're the same thing.
They're not the same thing.
They're the same thing. They both spin-ish. You're right, it's a carousel.
But either way, yes.
The worst carousel accident in the history of man.
Yes.
Because this kid apparently can't just step off. Somehow goes to step off, gets his leg hung underneath it.
Eek.
Of which they're proceeded to just carry the kid off.
Yeah.
I mean, when it happens to the kid, the guy goes, ah!
Yeah. So we do know that anything that happens to his younger self does happen to him.
Yes, which is brought up even more at the end of the episode.
Yes. So the officer or whatever is holding the kid, and Martin kind of just walks towards the edge, and he's like, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to tell you things. I just wanted to talk to you. And then the child gets carried off, and we get this dialogue from him that is extremely strong. The entire episode up to this point has been super just either happy or kind of jumpy or intense, and suddenly it just hits dark tones.
See, and this is where I kind of expected a couple different things to happen that totally didn't happen at all.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yes, we get the super, and he's super sad, and he's super depressed, and he's like, I just wanted to tell you to enjoy this summer, enjoy the moment, enjoy this. I'm like, you chased him down and tried to get him killed over just trying to tell him to be happy? It's a little much. But because it's everything that keeps happening, and then the very next thing is his dad shows up.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know who you are. And he's like, I looked in your wallet and your driver's license. You are Martin Sloan. And the driver's license, you have to renew it to 1960. And the money, it's got a late date on it as well. And he's like, he totally believes this is him.
Yeah.
And the only thing this dad can say is, you need to just leave. You need to leave.
Pretty much. He just says that, this isn't your summer. This is his summer. So you need to go find your... Because all these carousels, all these bands, everything else, you can find them in your summer.
Yes, he's like, I know you've come a long way in a long time.
Yeah.
It was... the whole thing with him sitting by the carousel and talking to the dad and everything that kept happening, him being so shocked to see his dad and his mom and him and everything, I really, really thought this was going to lead to him trying to change his past to try to fix his future. Okay. Because I just assumed his parents are dead. The whole episode, it just seemed like he was shocked to see him. This was a surprise, and my assumption is that they were dead in his time.
Yeah.
And that maybe the reason he was so unhappy and why he wanted to come back here is because they died. And maybe it happened late this summer or early in the next year. This is why he wanted to talk to himself. Why he wanted to tell himself, maybe to warn his parents or try to fix something, try to solve something in his past to fix his future. Like he was putting that together. And not even a little bit. That's nothing, not even close to anything that happens.
I think at his age, not like 36 is that old, but I'm just saying at his age, like maybe it could be something that maybe he's just estranged from them. It could be that because he's, the VP at an ad agency, he doesn't talk to them anymore. He's just letting that part of his life go. He's letting his life go the same route we are. But pretty much, and it's just like he just wishes that he would have held on to the summers that he had, and then so that's what he wanted to tell himself. But at the same time, the only clue that I have that leads me in the same direction you're going is when his dad says, "You know things, don't you?" Mm-hmm. And when he said yes, he's like, "You need to leave."
So I just kept expecting something more.
Yeah.
And wanted actually something more. For as much as I enjoyed the episode, I really liked what they did with the episode, I just was expecting more. And we didn't get more.
Well, I think also by the time this happened, by the time we get to that part, it's already so late in the episode that in order for them to add something more like that, it literally would have had to have been like crammed in.
Well, I completely disagree. I think that last scene could have been him telling his dad something like, "Hey, don't do this or don't do that.
Yeah.
Please, whatever you do, don't do that." And then when we got to the end of the episode or when he actually left, it could have been like, maybe he calls his parents on the phone and they actually answer. And it's like, "Oh, I haven't talked to you in a long time."
Yeah.
Just some little clue to hint towards that we don't get at all. I mean, that's not what the episode's about. But that's kind of what I was expecting, kind of what I actually wanted from the episode. That's kind of where I felt the episode was trying to go a little bit, but not where it went at all.
Yeah. And it's like, I completely agree as far as that would have changed the meaning for the episode. Because to me, compared to just, this is a tragic event that he wanted to change, this episode, because with the Twilight Zone, what they wanted to do was to have a moral in every single one of their episodes. And so this one, the moral would be, like, cherish the moments that you do have. Cherish the happy times in your life. And that would have changed the meaning of the entire thing. It would have just been a sci-fi, like, change your past, like...
But I like that better, personally. Personally, I like that better.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was still cool. But that was interesting. As soon as we got done talking to Dad, the merry-go-round magically starts back going again.
Yeah.
He hops on it, and then we're just back going into the shop.
Yeah. Yep.
Of which is now completely different. And he goes to order the same thing. He's like, "I can make that for you. I can do that. But it'll be 35. It'll be extra. It'll be 35 cents."
Yep. And he's like, "You know how to change my mind."
But then he asks, "What do you want? You want vanilla or chocolate?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, huh. And he's like, "I've changed my mind."
Yeah.
And he leaves.
And then, well, the first thing that happens is he gets up.
Yeah.
And he holds his leg and he's like, "Hey, did you get that in the war?" And he's like, No, it was an accident when I was younger." Mm-hmm. And then...
But my biggest issue in this entire episode, there's little nitpicky things, but I still think a great episode. But my only actual issue is an issue I have with another series with something similar like this. He seems to forget everything that happened. He doesn't actually seem to remember these things that happened.
Get the fuck out. Get out.
You know what I'm talking about.
Get out.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Get out.
But that's my issue with this episode.
Stefan's no longer going to be in this podcast.
Is that he walks away and he seems like he's forgotten everything.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't remember anything that happened here. So it seems like he didn't learn anything. All he did was go to his town, give himself a bum leg, and leave.
I don't know. Unless we were to have seen further than that. Though, the only hint we do get, and it's very small, and you might have missed it, is how he treats the attendant on his way back.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he's nicer.
Yeah,
he gives him money.
He gives him money. He gives him a tip. He kind of gives him a smile, stuff like that. The guy even helps him kind of not fall out of his car.
It seems like he may have actually became a better person because of what he did in the past.
Yes.
But or maybe just getting the bum leg into itself made him a better person. But it still seemed like he forgot what he did. And I didn't like that. I want them to remember.
Well, to me, yes, it's like I want them to remember as well, but at the same time, I think what happened is it became his past. Like, it became, he looked back on that summer and went, oh, I cherished that summer, like, I had a good time, and man, I got into an accident, but, like, and then maybe he moved on from there, and...
I just don't like the forgetting.
I don't either, okay, but...
I'm just telling you, I still think it's a great episode. I think it's one of the better episodes they've had in the 5 we've seen so far. Yeah. I think it's one of the better ones. I really enjoyed it. But that's still just one little nitpick thing that I don't like. I don't like when it happened here. I don't like when it happened there.
Go.
I'm just saying.
Go.
I'm just saying.
We're done.
We are done,
This is the end of the episode.
It is the end of the episode.
Next week, we will be going over Black Mirror.
Mirror.
See, I almost said Breaking Prisms.
Episode 5 as well.
Yes. White Bear. And the topic is amnesia.
Yeah. I think I know what episode this is. It's a very interesting episode. Is the one I'm thinking it is. I remember it, I think. I hope.
All I know is that the summary pretty much says that she wakes up not knowing who she is, what she's doing, and everybody around her she tries to talk to doesn't want anything to do with her.
Yeah, so. I definitely remember this episode. Okay. It's an interesting episode. I remember people saying they really liked it. It's an interesting one. It'll be fun to rewatch it. I'm curious about it.
Well, that's where we will be.
And that will be fun. I love Black Mirror, just in general. I love what they do. More so than what I've seen in the Twilight Zone. But still, this is old, this is new. They're very different. I'm just saying, I like those topics a little more. I like what they do.
It's new.
The Twilight Zone explores more realms than I think Black Mirror does. It doesn't quite... Black Mirror is more like, hey, we're dealing a lot with technology and some new things, where Twilight Zone definitely goes in the more... What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
It genre hops a lot.
It does. It's very genre hoppy, and it jumps to a lot of different things. And we deal with like meeting death and time traveling and stuff like that, where Black Mirror don't go in that route.
Well, just wait until the week after when we get to talk immortality again.
I love immortality, so that is going to be fun. But that's the end of the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, a comment, a dislike if you didn't like it for whatever reason. As always, you can reach me at BJJGamer, reach Amanda at KZPup, reach the show at Beyond Our Focus on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and at some point, I'm throwing it out here, at some point soonish, we have something else in the works. We're going to throw that out there. We have something else in the works. I hope you'll enjoy. I hope it's gonna be fun. We're going to have a good time at it, I think. Hopefully. But, is there anything else I missed?
No.
I feel like I missed something. Maybe I did, but I feel like it. But I don't know. It's all right.
On major podcast services?
Yeah. We're also on all... not all. We're definitely on all. We're on a lot of podcast services, including like Spotify and Stitcher and different things. So, go check them out there. But until next time, long days and pleasant nights.